Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Welcome back to your second program or third one, I think. You've been here for a few minutes already. As Maria mentioned, my name is Cristina Heta, and I am an instructor for Rutgers University. I facilitate a number of leadership development programs, and in addition, I also facilitate project management and problem solving, which are more of technical skills. And when I'm not facilitating training, I coach leaders with my company manager on call. And when I ask my clients, my managers, what are the skills that they want their teams to have? What is one thing, if I can ask you one thing that you want your team to have, there's always one thing that comes. They tell me, I want them to need me less. I want them to do the work so they don't need me so much, so that they can solve the problems without reaching out to me. So today what we're going to do is we're going to do a snippet of the program that we have specifically designated to problem solving. All right? This program is 4 hours long, and today we're going to do briefly 15 minutes of it. All right? I just want you to get a taste to know what it is. So to start the program, let's level set our understanding of what is a problem, actually. A problem is a situation that requires an action that is unknown or that is difficult to us. Okay, that's what a problem is. Solving a problem is taking the actions that take you to that desired state. So with those definitions, problem solving is actually what we do when we don't know what to do, literally. What are the actions that we take when we don't know the action to take to solve the problem? And with that definition is how we go about this program. Now, where does problem solving come from? This gentleman is George Polya, and he's considered the father of problem solving. He was actually a mathematician. In 1945, he wrote a book named How to Solve It, literally, like a system of thinking which can help you solve any problem. It doesn't get any more direct than that, right? He's the father of problem solving. This book sold 1 million copies. We're talking about 1945, 1 million copies. To this day, the principles of problem solving and the basis still follow what Mr. Polya discovered to this day. That's how important it was. It's translated to 17 languages, this book. The program follows the learnings and the teachings of Mr. George Polya. Okay? So we go step by step into how do you actually break a problem and how do you learn how to solve one and any problem at all. These are the steps that we follow to solve a problem. First, you need to understand what the problem is. Then you devise a plan. After that, you carry out your plan, and then you look back and evaluate the solution. And that's how you learn to solve better in the future, by doing that last step too. These are the 4 steps that we follow in the program. Today, I'm going to give you a snippet of the beginning, understanding the problem. And the reason why I focus on the beginning is Einstein, we know, was very smart, right? So he said, if I were given 1 hour to save the planet, I would spend 55 minutes defining the problem and 1 minute to resolve it. That's how important understanding what we're trying to solve is. So I'm going to do a little bit of practice with you. And in the program, we do tons of problems. I give you a lot of problems. Today, I'm just going to give you a couple of problems, okay? And you're going to help me. Is that okay? Because we want this to be interactive. Now, I'm not going to be solving your problems. That's what you want to tell your people, right? I'm not solving your problems. So that's what you're going to be solving your own problems. Okay, I'll give you a little bit of help. Let's start with understanding the problems. When we're trying to understand the problem, we want to break outside of our normal thinking. So what we want to do, one of the exercises that we do, is try to lay out the problem in different ways. One is write it down with words, not just say it, but write it down, okay, with words. When you have it written down and you read it back, sometimes it creates a different understanding, okay? Then draw it. Forget about words. Just do drawings of what the problem is. Let's see what you put in the picture. Use a formula. This sounds crazy. Of course, now that you understand that problem solving comes from mathematics, it's not that crazy, right? Now, with math, it's very easy, but when it's not math, you can make up your own formula too. Let's see what you come out to. Or make a list of everything that you're thinking when you're thinking about that problem. Okay? Let's see what's in and what's out of the list. Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate this. And then I'm telling you, I'm going to give you a problem. Okay, I'm going to do it with something very easy. All right, let's see. Let's say we have a team meeting. We have 12 people attending the meeting that we have to feed. How many pizzas quickly we need to buy? Now, we're not solving. We're just making sure that we all understand what our problem is. We have a team meeting with 12 people that we need to feed pizza. How many pizzas do we need to feed? Okay, let's see how we understand that this problem is. Okay. First, let's do it with words. I'll use words. Okay, so I think the problem is we don't know, and I will move in a minute for those that can't see it. We don't know how many pizzas to buy. Okay? Okay, yes. Now that I see it written down, I probably should write down for 12 people. For 12 people. That's what I think in writing my problem will be. This is very basic. I told you I'm starting easy, easing you in. Okay, now let's go with a picture. Okay, so if I want to think about my problem, what's my problem? Okay, let's see. I don't know how many pizzas. And for 12 people. Okay, very clearly. Let's do this. That's what I think my problem is. Okay, I'll add pepperoni. Okay, hold on. I know. Okay, or if you're vegetarian, just imagine they're mushrooms. Okay, everybody happy. Okay, so I'm drawing my problem. I think I included everything I think it's important. Now, if I have to make a formula, okay, so let's say 1 pie gives me for 4 people, 2 slices each, with adults, we eat. So how many pies is gonna give me 12 people? Okay, very math. This is very basic. So 4x equals to 12, and I'll solve for x. I was able to do math here because it just happens that it works out. Okay, otherwise I would have made up my math. Okay, but that's my formula, and I think it'll take me to my solution. I'm pretty sure that's a good understanding of the problem. And if I have to make a list of the problem, well, I know that there's pizza is going to be there. Pizza, team, meeting, lunch. Enough for everybody. You see, this is a word that I didn't put anywhere else. Enough for everybody. Okay. Okay, so this is my understanding of the problem. And I think everybody can see it, right? That it's clear, there's no confusion. All right. Now that I have a clear understanding of the problem, I can move on to the next phase because we all agree what the problem is, right? Let's go with a different problem. Let's see how it works. I'm going to tell you a problem, okay? And I want volunteers that are going to be demonstrating what do you understand the problem is. I know it's tough, it's a small group. Who volunteers to come with me? Who volunteers? Thank you. So there's 4 flip charts, so I need 4 volunteers. One takes each flip chart, and I'm going to let you choose what you do, by the way. Okay, so anybody else? Thank you very much. Thank you. Brenda, Desiree, and 2 more. It's easy, I promise. There's no wrong. Thank you, and your name is? Odyssey. Thank you very much. So Brenda, Desiree, Odyssey, and one more. Thank you, and your name is? Alicia. Thank you very much. So you can sit down, and when I'm done explaining the problem, what you're going to do is you're going to get up. I'm going to give you 4 markers, and you choose how you demonstrate your understanding of the problem. Okay? I would love to see some drawings, though. I'm going to say this is going to be fun. Since this is all between us. All right, this is the problem. Okay. I am on my way to work. Okay, I live in a city. I'm on my way to work. I start work at 8 o'clock in the morning. And I have to take a train to go to work. Okay? I'm running late, it's 7:15. And I have in my hand a letter that I need to drop in the mailbox in the blue mailbox that is on the corner of my street. And I have also with me my train pass. It's the beginning of the month, so I just bought my train pass. Okay. Now I need to be on time because my job as an operator, I'm the one that opens the phones. So if I'm not in the office by 8, the lines don't get open and we don't get clients. So I'm always very diligent about being on time. So I leave my house, and when I'm on my way to the train, I drop the letter on the box. However, guess what? Instead of dropping the letter, I drop my train pass. Now I'm looking at the box and I don't have my train pass, and I know I don't have any cash on me. Okay. What's my problem? Don't say anything. Very quickly, like in 1 minute, whatever comes to your mind, go to one of the flip charts and draw it. And let me give you the markers.
I'm going to go with blue.
Blue, perfect. Yes, I'm sorry that I don't have blue for everybody. Orange. Okay. Very quickly. Yes. Yeah. Everybody draw something. Thank you, thank you. And everybody here, please think about what you would draw also, so we don't put the weight on them. In the real program, everybody participates in every activity, actually. Today we're doing a demo. Okay. You only have to do one. You don't have to do the 4 like me, just one. Okay?
Sorry.
So remember, you need to define what your problem is so you know what you're solving for. So what's your problem right now? Okay? What is your problem? Everybody think about what the problem is. And we have 30 seconds to finish yours. I know, it's quickly. But believe me, if that was happening to you, you have less than 30 seconds. Imagine, you're going against time. Excellent. Once you're done, you can go ahead and sit down. Thank you very much, Brenda. Thank you. Thank you, Desiree. Thank you. Thank you, Odyssey. And Alicia, all done. Excellent. You can take the marker and I'll get it from you. Thank you. Okay, so this is what we have. Very quickly. So one of the problems that were identified where the train pass was lost. Okay, the train pass is lost. That's the focus. When we put the focus of the problem in the train pass, what are we going to solve for? We're going to solve for the train pass, right? So we're going to try to replace. What are we going to do? Either we're going to try to find the train pass or we're going to replace it with something. That's what happens if you put the focus on the train pass, okay? So this is how this problem is laid out, and thank you, Brenda. Let's give her an applause because very artistic. Thank you. Okay. Oh, look at this. This one has the focus on getting to work. Oh no, I cannot get to work. The focus here is not the train pass as much as getting to work. I need to make it to work. Oh, okay. So now I'm not concerned about the train pass anymore. Now I'm concerned about getting to work. That's a very different problem, actually, isn't it? Oh, now we're going to solve differently. Okay, so keep that thought. Let's see what the other ones are doing. Oh, look at this. This is focused on the train and the fact that I have no money. So if my focus is in not having money, what am I going to solve for? Finding money. All of a sudden, I'm solving for different things depending on how I lay out my problem. All right. None of them are wrong, by the way. Wonderful. All of them right. I'm holding the applause only because I'm tight on time, but I will be applauding you big time, all of you. Okay? And this one is time. Okay? Is the time. 45 minutes. This is solving for time. How do I make this? Is wonderful. I didn't plan this. You all laid out a very different problem, even though it seems the same. This is for I need to maximize my time, which is really focused on getting to work, but time is the essence right here. So I'm working with speed. All right? Do you see the 4 different understandings of the problem are going to lead to 4 different actions? That's what this program is about. Understanding the problem, what Albert Einstein said, if you don't have a good understanding of the problem, you don't know what you're solving it. Okay? None of these were wrong because you don't have any context and you're solving for yourself. I will give you to end a little story. This actually was real. It happened to me when I was very young. And I had very little money. And I had to get to work, and I was feeling the heavy weight on my shoulders. At that moment in time, I knew that train pass, which was hundreds of dollars, I was like, there's no way I can lose that. It's the beginning of the month. What am I going to do tomorrow? So I chose to literally go to the general post office, get somebody to open the post office, go to the mailbox, open the mailbox for me, get me my pass, and run to the train. And of course I made it late, but I had my pass for the next day and the next month, and I was able to apologize profusely to my boss. Not that that was the right solution or wrong, that was just what I was solving for at that moment, right? If I'm solving for getting on time, I would have found a way to get to the office, forget about the train pass, right? This is what this program does. It really creates an understanding of what is your problem, and let's get out of the box. When we go into the next phase of the program, we help participants brainstorm and think outside of the box in how to solve problems. Then we get into the how do you solve them, right? The action, which is very active, dynamic part of the program. And we actually close the program by showing them an understanding of the fact that many times there is not even a problem. The problem is the attitude and how we perceive the situation. And that's something that we teach in the program. Thank you very much. Thank you. For a big applause to my volunteers. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure. Thank you.